Hey y'all, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to talk about the metaphysical differentiation between your feelings and your emotions. And it's so crazy that there's like a baby having a whole human moment right now, and you hear them crying and screaming and yelling, and they are experiencing emotions. So we'll deep dive right into what does it mean to experience emotions. So you hear a lot of people talking about emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, your emotional quotient or EQ. So what they're talking about is basically how you are regulating, coping, and dealing with the emotions that you are having when you are dealing with the human experience. So that is one of the experiences that you are having, and you are also having concurrent experiences because you are also having a spiritual or a metaphysical experience as well, and that is your feelings. So two distinctions, two categories: emotions and feelings. So back to emotions. Emotions are anger, joy, happiness, madness, sadness. Those are human emotions that are generated from the human experience. So your feelings are those things that you can't quite describe, your intuition, your divine nudges, things that you feel woo-woo about that people don't really understand. And you say, well, I just got a feeling, I just got a feeling. You don't say, oh, I just got an emotion that's telling me. See, there's a difference. So when you are talking about your emotions, those are the things that are the reaction to, let's say, I'm going to use myself as an example. We all know that I am in the process, I've been released from my position. So I am someone who is experiencing financial burden at the moment, I'll say. Now, to name the emotions that someone who is typically experiencing a financial burden would have, the emotions would normally be worry or anxiety or discomfort. So you name those emotions, you name those, the human part of the experience, so that way you can pinpoint, is it in alignment with what I am feeling? I feel abundant, I feel wealthy, I feel rich, I feel divinely provided for, I feel divinely protected. So there's a misalignment between what I am feeling and what I know I am versus what the human experience is actually showing me, the illusion of the human experience. So I am leaning on my feeling, what I know to be true about me because God says it is true for me, versus leaning into my own understanding, which is the human emotions that one would experience during financial burden. So to help y'all out a bit, how, Shanice, like, how are you just unfazed? Like, what are you doing? Bills are due, rent is due. How are you just so unbothered and so unfazed? I name my human emotions, and then I cast them to the Christ within so I may go free from them. So I would say something along the lines of, I cast the burden of worry to the Christ within so I may go free to be peaceful. I cast the burden of financial burden to the Christ within so I may go free and be my most abundant and prosperous self. So now I'm back in alignment, and I've released and I've acknowledged that emotion. I've accepted I'm feeling that, and I've given it to God. I've given it to the Christ within so that I may go free to fully exist in my divine knowing that I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am divinely provided for. So name your emotions, accept what you are what you are experiencing, accept what you are experiencing, and then give those emotions, especially the bad ones, give them to Christ. Those low vibrational ones, give them to God, cast them to the Christ within so that you may go free to exist in your divine essence, your divine being, your divine knowing, and allow that to guide you. Walk by that faith, never by the sight of what is happening in the human experience. That is an illusion that is supposed to help ground us in our spiritual experience so that we may grow as divine beings and spiritual beings who are having a human experience. So I hope that helps someone. Let me know in the comments, what type of emotions are you having or are you experiencing, and are they in alignment with your feelings? And if not, if they are, whatever, name it, let me know, and I'll see y'all later.